boys and girls. We're glad to be back with you this morning. Ever since Christmas, we have had stories about Jesus. We had stories about all the things he did, healing people, the miracles he did, and then we had the story about all the people in the parade, Palm Sunday, and then we had Easter. In the last couple of weeks, we've been learning about what Jesus did after he rose from the dead. Then last week, he left and went up in the clouds. The rest of the spring, we are going to be talking about what the early church did. All those friends that Jesus had, what they did, because they were so excited and they finally knew the truth of who Jesus was. So they started telling all of their friends. We're going to learn about a man named Paul. And Paul tells many, many people about Jesus. And one night he had a dream, and in this dream, God told him to go to a country named Macedonia. Now, to get to Macedonia, Julia, you cannot go on an airplane. You can't go take a subway. You can't go in your mom's minivan. And you can't ride your bike. But he didn't have to walk there. He went on a boat across the lake. And when he gets there, he just started telling everybody about Jesus. And when they arrived there, they were probably in the harbor. This is Paul and his friends, and they're here, and they're so happy to tell everybody about Jesus. And in this group of friends, there was a lady named Lydia. The Bible gives us such specific things. The Bible tells us that Lydia was a businesswoman. So she was a worker. She had an important job. She had something to do with purple cloth. And I didn't have any purple cloth at my house, but my husband has a purple shirt. And in order to make a shirt, you have to have some purple cloth. So I brought that today just to remind us, Lydia and purple. Lydia heard all that Paul said, and she said, "Oh, wow, this is the person I've been waiting for all of my life. I heard that there was going to be somebody come who was going to take care of us so that we could live forever with Jesus. I am so glad, Paul, that you came here and told me about this amazing man. I believe in Jesus." And then she didn't go home and just say, "I'm not telling anybody." The Bible told us that she went home and told her whole family about Jesus. And they all started believing, and they all became Christians. And then Paul took them all to the river to baptize them. Now, we wonder if that sounds like a big term. So what baptism is? Julia was baptized in a lake right over here, right near the church a few years ago. It's when you're kind of dunked in the water, but it's really meaningful. You're dunked in a way, but you're telling everybody who's watching, I am a Christian. I believe Jesus, and I want to live my life for Jesus. And the Bible tells us that Lydia and all of her family wanted to believe in Jesus and were baptized. Then Lydia said to Paul, "Well, if you really believe that I believe, I want you and your friends to start staying at my house." Just think, she had all of these really neat people, and she kept her ears open just like you kids do. And she kept learning more and more about Jesus. The Bible tells us that we too can tell other people about Jesus. And when we tell people about Jesus, we want to tell them how thankful we are because we know Jesus has given us many, many good things. So let's end with our prayer song, Julia. God gives food, God gives clothes, everything I need He knows. So I smile and pray and thank Him every day. God helps me in every way. See you next week.